Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dr. L, and this is True Purpose Health. If you're not subscribed to our channel yet, please do me a favor, just take a quick second and click that subscribe button so we can continue to bring you more useful and health-improving content. So today we're going to talk about a big roadblock that a lot of people tend to struggle with, and that roadblock is their mindset. So mindset is a very fundamental component in terms of making a change, in terms of creating the life and the health that you want. Now, a lot of times people come with the mindset of expecting failure. Now, I'm not going to tell you that failure is not an option. Failure can and most likely will happen. But the thing that we want to keep in mind is that all of those failures are situations that we can learn from. And that's going to kind of be the foundation of what we're going to be talking about here today. So our mindset is essentially the way that we look at something. We can look at something from multiple perspectives. Obviously, today we'll just kind of focus on either the positive side or the negative side. Most of the time, people kind of take something for what it is, let's say at face value. So if something inherently negative happens or something that we don't want to happen, we're going to categorize that as negative. And maybe we'll get down, we'll get frustrated, we'll get upset, something along those lines. Now, what I like to do and what I've kind of trained myself to do, this definitely is a bit of a process, is I've trained myself to take a step back and look at it from a different perspective. And I always like to look at something from the positive angle. So I ask myself a couple very fundamental questions. Now those questions are, what can I learn from this? And what good came out of this? Those two questions help me significantly because I feel like anything and everything that happens, I can always learn something from, and usually can lead to something positive. Now, this is essentially kind of an extrapolation from something that Tony Robbins likes to do. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tony Robbins, but he's a very famous, world-renowned motivational speaker, inspirationalist. Very very big component of improvements and personal development and things like that. So there's one exercise that he likes to do with people, and he tells them, okay, we're gonna give you 10 seconds, and I want you to look around the room, and I want you to look for everything that you see that's blue. So look for blue. Anything that's blue, 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 blue. As many things as you can find, look for blue. And okay, stop. Now we're gonna have you close your eyes and tell me what you saw that was red. And usually when he gets to that point, everybody's like, I didn't see any red. I was looking for blue. So as far as I know, there wasn't any red. Or maybe some people say, maybe there was this one thing over here. So in essence, what he's doing and what he says that he's doing with that example is he's showing people that they are kind of closing themselves off to possibilities. But what they're doing is when they're looking for the blue, they're looking for things that fit into that criteria, right? They're looking for natural blue, but they're also looking for different shades of blue. Maybe there's kind of like something that, might be a little bit more of a purple, but you're going to lump that in. That's kind of close to blue. And that one over there, that's a little bit of a lighter blue. There's a darker blue over there, but we're going to count those anyways. So essentially, you're looking for things that are going to fit into that criteria. You start to make exceptions, and you start to kind of loosen up your restrictions as far as what you're accepting. Now, we can take this exact same thing and we can apply it towards answers or solutions, right? If you are looking for solutions the same way that you were looking for blue, well, things are going to get a lot better for you because now you're looking for possibilities. You're looking for answers, and when you're searching for answers, they're going to pop up. Now, they might not be perfect answers like they were, might not have been perfect shades of blue, but it's definitely going to be one step that can potentially help you. Now, on the flip side, if you're not looking for solutions, if you are stuck staring at the problem and you're just focusing on all the negativity that the problem brings, well, you're closing yourself off to the solutions. In this case, in Tony's example, the red, right? If you're focused on the blue, and let's say the blue is the problem, you're not going to see any of the solutions, which is the red. So that's what we want to do. We want to kind of take a step back. I'm a big fan of taking a step back. Let's look at the big picture. Because a lot of times we get stuck in the thick of our day-to-day grind, right? Our day-to-day journey. Well, today I have to do this, and in an hour I have this going on. So we kind of get stuck and we get caught, and we get, unfortunately, we become victims of busyness versus productivity, right? You've heard of that. Are you busy or are you productive, right? Busy is just doing things. It's running your wheels. It's, not making much traction. Being productive is actually making that progress. So there's definitely a fine difference there. And you've probably noticed we've made a lot of distinctions as far as language. Language is incredibly powerful. And when we use specific words, we're going to invoke specific responses from ourselves. So if we use things that are more negative, if we use a language that's more negative, we're going to get more of that negative response or that negative reaction or a negative result. When on the flip side, if we use positive language, we're going to gear ourselves more in that positive direction. So that's the biggest component of your mindset. If you start to switch the way that you're viewing things, even so slightly, you come at something from a different angle, it's going to help you dramatically. So let's look at health and improving our health, and let's say losing weight, reducing our dependency on medications, improving our energy, whatever it is that your goal is. We want to make sure that we are coming at it from the perspective of what can I learn and where is the positive. I also like to ask myself a question that continues to keep me looking forward into the future. And that question is, what can I do to improve my current situation? So no matter how good or bad my current situation is, I can always get better. I can always improve, right? The beautiful thing about being a human being is that we don't have a ceiling, right? We can continue to grow. We can continue to learn new skills. We can continue to improve. So those are the questions that I like to ask myself, and they switch me into that positive mindset. Now, let's take a big step back and let's kind of talk about a very foundational question that you can ask yourself, or a very foundational concept that you can utilize to help put yourself in that positive frame of mind or that positive mindset. Now, the very basic question, the basic foundation, the very first step to building that positive mindset is gratitude. So now I know a lot of people, I've worked with a lot of people in the past who struggle with that positive mindset because everything bad happens and it puts them in a bad mood, and that's kind of the end. That's it. They get stuck. So in order to change gears, what we do is we ask ourselves, what am I grateful for? Odds are there are, I don't want to say one, there's many things in your life that you're grateful for, right? It can be your family. It can be, your job. It can be the fact that you have food, water, shelter. They could be basic needs. It can be something even more so. So when we take a moment to focus on the things that we are grateful for, so we show gratitude, we physically cannot be negative. When we are thinking about something that we are thankful to have or thankful to be a part of, or just showing gratitude in one form or another, we absolutely cannot be negative. We have to be positive. That's the direction that gratitude puts us in. So if you find that you ever get stuck or you're in a bit of a negative loop, the best way and the quickest way to stop that loop and to switch gears and go positive is to focus on gratitude, to give thanks for any aspect of your life, right? I'm thankful that I woke up this morning. I'm thankful that I'm here sharing this valuable information with so many people, right? Helping people change their lives and improve their current situation is my biggest dream, my biggest goal, and I'm thankful to be in a position to do that. So that always gets me thinking in the positive direction, no matter what happens. And so we definitely talked about a couple of very good, useful tactics in order to switch your mindset and actually create the mindset that you're going to need in order to be successful. So do me a favor. Go ahead and share a couple of thoughts in the comments in terms of what your favorite tool or tactic is in order to create that positive mindset. And if it's gratitude for you, go ahead and share something that you are grateful or thankful for. I look forward to reading those comments, and I'm curious to see what you guys are thankful and grateful for. So until next time, I'm Dr. L. This is True Purpose Health, and do me a favor again, subscribe and like our videos so that way we can continue to bring you more powerful, useful content. Take care.